Greetings, hello, and welcome everyone to Command & Conquer Red Alert 3 on the PC. We're going to dive into why this game is so awesome still after all of these years. The game came out like 15 or 16 years ago. It's kind of crazy to believe that that's even possible. But I made a video on this game maybe like 2 years ago, and it's like one of the most popular videos on the channel, so I wanted to follow up, and no better way to do that than playing on, I think, the exact same map that I did 2 years ago. This is like on the Pacific Islander type map is, I think, what it's called. I'm playing as the Allies. They're my favorite faction because they get these ridiculous aircraft carriers late in the game, and I think it's one of the best troll plays possible. I am playing this on Steam on PC. There are various platforms you can play this on, so the Steam version, I think, is the best version that there is. It doesn't have that ridiculous EA DRM thing that they like to do these days. This game does not have that, which is very fortunate. It's also on console. That's actually where I played it. I discovered it when I was playing Halo Wars 1 back on the Xbox 360, and a buddy of mine was like, hey, did you know that there is this game called Command & Conquer? It's on Xbox. I was like, no, I mean, I've heard of Command & Conquer, but I didn't know it was on Xbox. The control scheme, I have done videos of it in the past on Xbox, and if I remember, I'll put a link to that as well in the description. It tried to do the best it could. I wouldn't say it's terrible, but Halo Wars definitely did it a lot better. And I think they actually came out in the same year. I think they all came out in 2009. But anyway, if you're only on Xbox, you can play it there, and it is backwards compatible, believe it or not. So if you have one of the newer Xboxes, you can just play it. The only thing that I think is, let's see, so I would probably want to get another construction yard. Now, how in the world do I do? I know how to do it on Kane's Wrath.
Construction complete.
I've forgotten how you do it here, because I get a lot of comments about how ineffective I am with my management and the rest. Let's go to heightened clearance. That's kind of like teching up. Anyway, the servers are shut down for this game. However, don't let that worry you, because there is a mod that restores that functionality, and I think it's actually quite easy to do. I have done a video about it in the past. To be honest, I don't know if it's still applicable today, if that makes sense. So you have what's called a construction yard, your MCV, your mobile construction vehicle, and this thing can be moved. You just pack it up, and you can kind of move around. I would say it's kind of similar to like Mongols maybe in Age of Empires. However, the only thing I can move is the MCVs. Like your other buildings, like this ore refinery, it can't. It can't move. You can train these prospectors. Essentially, there are these ore mines around here. And you can buy these prospectors. Prospector reporting for duty. They sound really stupid, but they just pick up these ore refineries. Oh, enemy units detected.
You've got a lot of nerve showing your face around here.
I was here first, sir.
I wonder if anyone will still
Uh-oh.
recognize it.
Hang on, I'm not prepared.
Our base is under attack.
Yeah, hang on 1 second.
Building.
Oh, no.
Repairing.
Oh, God.
Repairing.
Oh, that's the pause button. I apologize.
Fancy meeting you here. Show me a good time today, won't you?
Now, I've forgotten what all units is. You're going to notice very quickly that it is entirely a skill issue of what is occurring most of the time. And that's interesting, because I think this game is like a lot easier to pick up and play. Did he? Oh, he did not. Is a lot easier to play than, say, oh, look at that. I guess I must have changed my keybinds to be like AoE type keybinds, because I'm using the same ones. This game's easier to pick up than AoE. I would say, like, if AoE is the most difficult and Halo Wars is the easiest, this is right in the middle. There's only one resource. You get it here. You also have a power level. You see it right here on the left. You just got to build more power plants to kind of keep that going. And then you tech up twice, and that's kind of it. You have your different kinds of vehicles. Red Alert 3 is set in some sort of, like, alternate universe where it's kind of like World War II, but, like, there's time travelers and stuff. Anyway, vehicles can do all sorts of things. Like, this boat, you can see, can drive on land and stuff. There are things, too. Oh, cool. Capture that with an engineering, your units will automatically repair when it's nearby. So you can capture these like buildings all over the place. Let's see if I can find one. So that's one of them. That will heal my ships and stuff. There's also ones that give you free money. Is it this one? I don't think it is. Maybe it is.
Enemy units detected.
Where is he? There he is. And the details, I think really where they knocked it out of the park is how the water looks. Why do I have a money symbol here? I'm very confused about that.
New construction options.
Do I get money for... what does that mean, actually? I've never seen that. Oh, you can watch a
Assault
quick
destroyers,
video
steady
on the unit.
amphibious warships armed with heavy cannons effective
Cool.
against armored targets.
So there's different types of units everywhere. Can you not attack that? Is that not possible? Well, that's a little cruel. All right, so we're at the maximum clearance. Let's go ahead and we're going to build a boot camp. Let's rebuild your infantry. You also have leader points way down here. And they're really not as dynamic as Halo Wars. I actually really like the time bomb one. I think that's actually hilarious. What's this one? Surgical Strike's pretty good too. I will start with those.
Surgical strike ready. Surveillance sweep ready.
We got to put this on land, I think.
New construction options.
You also have like a radius of where you can build to. You can also
Training.
accidentally
On
like
hold.
really mess
Cancelled.
yourself up here. Because once you run out of resources on your ore refineries, you have to like expo to a new one. And I think they're smart to go to the next one, but it's incredibly inefficient. So what you need is this prospector. Send him. No, you don't need a prospector. How do you cancel it? I need a what do I need? My brain's... You're probably yelling at me in the comments. Yeah, and setting up 4 bases. I think, yeah, I deploy that.
If you need me.
So I'm going to tell him to capture that. I thought it was this thing that gave you money, extra money. I guess we'll go find out. Let's go send one extra unit over there. I guess I should let you know I am playing free-for-all. I think there's 3 other opponents, if memory serves me right. But where they just knocked out of the park is the map design throughout. I mean, I think the water effects for a game in 2009-ish is when this came out. It's just so good. You can kind of see like the splashy effect of everything. Oh, he can. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, we're going to unpack right there.
Yes, sir.
That way I can build a new ore refinery.
Building.
I've also been told you should like always be constructing stuff. You can build walls in this game. I don't know how helpful that quite is because air can kind of get a little out of control late game.
Construction complete.
People also have like these just ridiculous powers. I find the AI in this, once again, please see my previous comment about it being a skill issue. I find the AI in this to be insane. Like just crazy.
Construction complete.
Reveal much of the surrounding battlefield. Okay, I mean that's okay. We'll build another one of those. Nope, that's not what I meant to do. Well, this is helpful. Allies and 2 Soviets
Construction complete.
are the enemy team. Now that this is done, we'll drop this here and we'll put that there. Now I'm getting more
As always.
money.
Building.
And let's build a new base, and I can finally build those aircraft carriers that I like. I think if you just select this,
Building.
you don't need to like look at the building, actually, which is kind of cool.
Training.
And a lot of stuff, some stuff
On
can,
hold.
but not
Construction
everything can
complete.
go in water. I think
Cancelled.
that's what those little water icons mean above the unit. So the spy can, this lady can, and the engineer can.
New construction options.
You can also build like Vindicators, which are airstrike tactical. They only go somewhere, drop a, you know, their payload, I guess, and then they fly away. But then there are other ones too that kind of act like helicopters that kind of stay around as well. You can also build like a super building. Right here, the Proton Collider. So that's like your ultimate ability. It would like... So there's one in Kane's Wrath, I forget what it's called, where it is literally a eradication from Halo Wars. Like, in fact, I think they ripped it off in Halo Wars. This thing, the aircraft carrier, is broken. Absolutely broken, and you can launch these missiles too. It's just, it's not fair on how good that is. So we're going to kind of get that going. We're also going to Air superiority jets who rapid fire can cut hostile aircraft to
Construction complete.
ribbons. Ooh,
Observation
okay.
post captured. Building.
Oh, we'll build 2 of those, actually. Yeah, we will build 2 of those.
Aircraft carrier leaving port.
Now, one thing this game I think was quite interesting for the time, and one thing I recommend you do, if you get it on PC and you can get the service set up that... Where's this going?
Give me the word.
Okay, so he just kind of hangs out
And light the fires.
to repair and rearm. Okay.
So soon.
So does he... Yeah, okay, so they stay there, actually. So this can build 4 aircraft, and then you can build, at least in Kane's Wrath, it looks like you can't do it in here. Maybe I haven't unlocked it yet, I don't know. You can build, like, additional air pads for them to land on. Let me finish my point before I forget. This game has co-op for the campaign, which I think is really cool, and what you can do is, I think if you set up that service, it'll work brilliantly. And I recommend you do that if you are able to, say, like, get the game working for that. Anti-ship scout, I
Training.
guess? Yeah, I mean,
Construction complete.
we're about to get aggressive.
New construction options.
Let's build
Building.
1 more of these, and I will super weapon. Oh yeah, you can teleport everyone, which is really cool.
Let's have a good time.
So what's this thing do? Light, fast-moving vessels that patrol the seas in search of bogeys in the sky. So is it anti-air?
Construction complete. Building.
All right, so if I guess I want a couple of those. I mean, I really think that that's the
Building.
only thing that can kind of mess
Building.
me up.
Construction complete. Building.
That's just
Enemy
my
units
my 2
detected.
cents. All right.
Construction complete.
All right, we saw orange first. I guess they get it.
What's going on here? What's going on?
I think that's kind of where I'm looking. So this will start a countdown timer. This can get hijacked, by the way. Like if they have a spy, you'll see this right here when it's done. I can just, I mean, it's you'll see for yourself.
A unit is under attack.
Look at that.
High technology upgrade
What we gonna
authorized. Unit lost.
Is there an A move? I don't know if there is an A move. Let's see if there is.
Enemy
Attack
units
move,
detected.
F.
Of course. my
Okay, so
friend.
you have to do F
Bring it down.
and right click, not F and left click.
Yup, we got them.
So you'll see, like, the aircraft carriers will launch, like, these little planes. And they're just so good. And units can get veterancy in this game. Compared to RTS games where they don't, like, say, Age of Empires. They don't get veterancy in that game. Just look at the effects. This is a game from 2009. Look how good that looks.
Blast them.
This bear is eluding my
Construction
by
yard is
aircraft
under
carriers.
attack. Enemy units detected.
What is it doing? How is it repairing?
Hydrofoil.
I'm very confused by that. We're going to keep on moving on, though. That's kind of all that matters. And I think they've done a really good job with the UI. It's super easy to, like, keep building stuff.
On hold. Cancelled.
No,
A
you
unit
want to
is under
resume
attack.
here.
Building.
Maybe not as intuitive as you would like, but
Come down from
Our
there.
hey,
base
for a
is under
2009
attack.
game, it's pretty great. Now, what happened to this series? You know, that's a great question. EA, for whatever reason, made Command & Conquer for really nothing at all like Command & Conquer. Then I think there was some sort of online type game that they wanted to do. Jeez, this guy's got a lot of units. Let's do a surgical strike. Oh, jeez, yeah, like right there.
A unit is under
I
attack.
don't know if I'll get this, gentlemen.
Aircraft carrier leaving port.
I mean, it's beautiful, is what it is. It is just absolutely beautiful. I don't know what's happening. I might lose everything. Oh, I'm getting attacked at home. Hang on. Hang on. I think I'm going to win that, though.
A unit is infected.
The
Building.
unit's infected.
Our base is under attack. Enemy units detected.
I think I'm going to lose there.
Ready the next defense.
It do not matter. You know what I mean? Now, they'll trash talk you. He's got a lot of infantry there. I don't know why. They'll trash talk you all day long, and then, you know, a video will pop up that they're going to quit or something. I find it actually quite comical on how they've designed this. But EA made Command & Conquer 4. I've made a video about that on the past. I quite frankly just don't understand Command &
unit
Conquer
is under
4. It's
attack.
not a strategy game at all.
Destroyer standing
I
by.
do think that they were trying to do some
Enemy
sort of
units detected.
online something once upon a time, like an online-only game,
Stand by for order.
and I don't think that worked out very well for them. And so, in typical EA fashion, they just shut the studio down, which they just did this week for
Underway.
that Black Panther game. Never going to see the light of day there. Name something more iconic than EA and shutting down their studios. I'll wait.
Keep the decks clear.
So stupid.
Ready the next
Can this
defense.
attack that? Is that not possible?
Air fleet engaged.
So I don't know how they're healing. I guess that's from this. I thought you had to be near it.
Proud to serve.
All of your naval units will automatically self-repair, so I guess that's what that is.
Where are we hit? Aircraft carrier leaving port.
Building. Building.
I kind of would like it to dynamically...
Enemy engineer detected.
Plot this course.
So the engineer can hijack my aircraft carrier, is that right? They did do a remastered collection of the first game, Command & Conquer, and also I do think the first Red Alert game as well.
What do you have, Command?
And then they finally put everything else on Steam. Like, some of their classic games were missing from Steam,
Finest in the fleet.
and they finally put them all on Steam not too long ago, like, I think within the last year.
Enemy units detected. Chrono swap ready. Unit lost.
Switch with any of your two units instantly. Think of the possibilities.
Destroyer, proud to serve.
All right. I mean, this thing's still going. You have to be really mindful about, like, what's going on. Otherwise, you'll just lose your stuff strangely. Let's launch a blackout missile.
A unit is
Shut them
infected.
down.
That might have been a bad spot because I just did it on a neutral. What if that does any area damage? Might do slight area damage.
Building. Building.
So they've not I mean, yes, they have completely abandoned the series. But it's not.
Bombing range.
Look at these sentry gun things that the dude has all over the place. Let's take care of them.
Taking to the water.
We'll do a tactical strike right there. Make sure that's
A
dealt with
unit is
accordingly.
under attack.
Look at these bear things over here. Let's make some more
Building.
turrets, huh? See, this is why you have to be mindful. Like, it just...
Repairing.
all the Command & Conquer games are kind of like this. It might also be a skill issue,
Leaving port. Look tight, Joe.
as I've said previously, but sometimes, like, all your stuff will die, and you just, quite frankly, have no idea how or why that's possible. Especially if you're facing a higher difficulty AI, they are kind of
Captain here.
all over the place.
Construction complete.
Can I not make my rally point, like, over here?
They're not getting past this ship.
A unit is under attack.
But it's a lot of fun, and I think the campaign is quite enjoyable, actually. This thing is almost ready, and I'm gonna use it on this poor guy's base. I mean, this poor guy as well, just taking... I mean, look at this. This is why this unit is insane. I mean, look at the range. I think that's why, like, units with siege and all that so much. I don't know what's happening here, I'll be quite honest with you, and I don't know how to stop it.
Construction complete.
So I guess it's just gonna...
A unit
keep
is
on
under
happening.
attack.
Fleet engaged.
Proton collider ready.
Alright, here we go. The big boy's ready. Let's get a good look at his base. We will do
Select
the
location.
surveillance sweep.
Select
There's
target.
really nothing left. I guess right there. Oh, he sold the building. He sold that one too. Well, that's not as cool when you sell all of your stuff.
Destroyer standing by. Send them to hell.
That probably would have been
unit is
better, like,
under
right
attack.
there. There also was an expansion pack. It was called Uprising. Quite frankly, I've not played that either. It's like a standalone, not standalone,
They're trying
but
to
it's
send
not.
them. Going down, not on my watch.
Yeah, look at that thing. I don't know how you take care of that, honestly. It's probably just gonna kill all my stuff.
An
Alright, well, that guy I
ally
think is
is in
dead.
position.
Let's go over here.
Destroyer standing by.
Maybe, is there a way to make
Surgical
detect?
strike ready. Training.
Like maybe
An enemy has been defeated.
the Dolphins? Miami?
I never would have lost were it not for the incompetence of my forces.
Of course,
At
you...
least they're dead.
Wow. I mean, I don't think that's nice. I haven't made
An ore
a
mine is nearing depletion.
armor facility yet. So we'll probably build that.
Enemy units detected.
Let's
Construction
do
complete.
that.
Building.
They're not getting past
This
ship.
does go on sale like super
Make some
cheap.
waves.
I'm talking like $5. I think you can get the
Enemy
the
base
complete
detected.
Command and Conquer collection.
Time bomb ready.
I want to say it goes
A
on
unit is
sale
under attack.
for maybe $10. I do know a Steam
Construction
sale is
complete.
coming up relatively soon. All right, so this also has to go on land.
Unit lost.
Not all the maps are completely overwhelmed with water. I just like the water
Stand by
maps
for orders.
because of the aircraft carriers. They cannot go on land. This thing I get where my ships heal is ridiculous.
Assault destroyer taking to the waters.
I have made videos in the past on how I think like the AI just quite
A
frankly
unit
just
is under
cheats.
attack.
Not very
Enemy
many of
units
these can go in the
detected.
water, huh?
Surveillance sweep ready.
Like the Guardian tanks, those are really cool. They can't go on water. Okay, so really nothing here can go on water. What about over here? Nothing here either, really.
Training.
I guess I'll make
A
the
unit is infected.
lady.
Building.
Put those there.
Stand by for orders.
This infected thing is... I mean, I'm assuming I just have to make an engineer.
An
But I'm not
ore
doing
mine
that.
has been defeated. A unit is infected.
Look tight,
Alright,
gentlemen.
let's, It's actually a really good way to, like, stop someone's ships.
They're not getting past
me
this
just-
ship.
Let me just...
Set the runner.
I feel like he swears when he says that, and I can pass this shit.
Select location.
Putting that there, time bomb. I think that's what he did right there, actually. A supreme time bomb.
An ore mine has been defeated.
Now that's hilarious. I don't care who you are.
Select
We'll do a
target.
surgical strike on,
You're in good hands, my friend.
probably
A
that.
unit is under attack.
Tanya here, ready to go.
Yeah, okay. That would have messed me up. To be honest. I think A moving is probably in your best interest here. How did he get
You're in
all the
good
way
hands,
up
my
there?
friend.
I don't even see how that's possible. Unless he can climb the cliff or something.
You got a target?
But this is just one of those good old fun games. There are separate campaigns for each of the factions, so since there's 3 factions, I'm assuming there... I did it. I played the campaign years ago. And I'm probably due to do it. Quite frankly, I don't know if I should play it solo or co-op with, say, Gus or Hosty. It's only a 2-player co-op campaign. I would really enjoy doing that. Again, I just kind of would have to figure all that out. All right, can the Dolphins... Where are the Dolphins? It's all the way over
A
there. Where
unit
is
is under attack.
Has anyone seen this? It's stuck? It can jump. That's crazy. A lot of the units have abilities. Again, like you saw, like this blackout missile or whatever.
EMP missiles. I need a sit rep now.
Can this, some of them don't. This one does.
A unit is under
So I'll
attack.
just do that.
We're gonna take some hits, man.
I'm there.
Bombardment
I've
underway.
actually not seen a unit get stuck in forever. Oh, jeez. Ouch.
Time bomb ready.
Indicator
All
ready
right,
for
so the
a
time
round.
bomb's ready. These things are free, by the way, which I think is just
An ore mine is near.
ridiculous.
Enemy engineer detected.
That one was off real good.
Come on.
All hands! All hands!
Yes, my friend. Indicator ready for a
Yeah,
round.
so
strike
we just
ready.
we just
A unit is
destroyed
under
that
attack.
poor guy's another
Select
surgical
target.
strike is ready. He'll just do that on his barracks.
Let's do this. Move it out. Got
What is
something for me?
this? Oh, that's the lady.
Copy that. Let's take a walk.
All is well.
I wonder if they won't be infected if the scout gets nearby. I don't know. That one kind of eludes me.
We've lost Tanya. A unit is
Oh,
infected.
she's dead. Well. So I think you kind of get the gist here.
Enemy
I won't
units
drag this
detected.
out, make this too painful for you, but this game is just simply amazing. I love the graphics. It's held up beautifully. The maps are gorgeous. The art style that they've done here is kind of timeless. I mean, yeah, you can tell it's a little bit of an old game. It's not sophisticated in its designs or physics or anything like that, but it is a lot of fun to play, and I think that's really all that matters. There are still people that play online through, I think it's called CNC Online is the name of the online service that restores multiplayer functionality. If you get that running, you can play the co-op campaign. There are also people who are interested in mods. I once had talked about that there is a mod to kind of Halo-ize Command & Conquer 3 Tiberium Wars. Lord only knows if that's ever coming out, but that would be cool nonetheless.
Enemy
Let me know
units
your
detected.
thoughts. You Command & Conquer fan, would you like to see the series come back? I certainly will. Would love to see it.
Select
I'm actually going to
location.
drop my big weapon here. This poor guy
Select
with
target.
the Proton Glider. Are you just not going
Select
to do what I said?
location.
Right there.
Select target.
Where are most of your units? I guess right... Oh, those aren't units. Those are sandbags. Yeah, whatever.
And all mine has been defeated.
They got the job done. Might be a little overkill, but it worked.
Surgical
Well, that's going to do it
strike
for me.
ready.
Check out the playlist. There's probably about a dozen Command & Conquer videos I've done over the years, and I would love to play it more often, so let me know your thoughts on this. And I hope to see you in the very next video. I'll see you, James.